The Brave Prince and Fairy. Once upon a time in a far-off kingdom, there was a young prince named Sebastian. He was a brave king and noble prince who loved to ride horse hunt in the forest and help his people any way he could. He was loved by all his subjects, who admired his strength and valor and his wife's decision that had made the kingdom prosperous and happy. One day while Sebastian was out in the forest hunting with his faithful hound, he stumbled upon a strange creature. It was a teeny delicate creature with the wings that shimmered like diamond and glowed in the sunlight. The creature was the frightened and it looked like it had been hurt, so Sebastian approached it slowly, trying not to scare it away. Please do not be afraid, Sebastian said, holding out his hand. I won't hurt you. What are you doing here? The creature looked at him a big eyeful and said, I am fairy. I have lost my way. I was flying to Queen to the fairies to ask for her help, but I got lost in the forest. I am afraid I will never find my way back. Sebastian felt sorry for the little creature and decided to help her. Don't worry, he said, I will help you find your way back to Queen of Fairies, I promise. The fairies smiled carefully and together they set off through the forest with Sebastian leading the way. The walk for hours, the sun began to set. They were tired and hungry, but did not give up suddenly. They saw faint light in the distance, and as it got closer, they realized that it is coming from the beautiful castle. Look, said the fairy, pointing that the queen castle have found our way. Sebastian was amazed. He had never such a magnificent castle before. It was made of the finest marble and adorned with precious gems and gold. The castle was surrounded by lush garden and the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers. As they approached the castle, the fairy suddenly became very nervous. I am afraid, she said. The queen of fairies is very powerful and she not always king of humans. I don't want you to get hurt because of me. But Sebastian was not afraid. He knew that he had helped the fairy no matter what. Don't worry, he said. I will protect you. They entered the castle and the queen of the fairy appeared before them. She was beautiful along with the following hair that shimmered like gold and eyes sparkled like diamonds. She looked at Sebastian and fairy with a stern expression and asked, what's bringing you here? Sebastian explained their situation and how they come to castle to ask for the fairy help. The queen listened initially and then she smiled. You are the brave prince, she said. Not human are willing to risk their life for fairy, but you have proven yourself worthy. I will grant your wish and help the fairy. Sebastian was overjoyed. He had never felt so many in his life. The queen was the fairies, helped the fairy. Sebastian thanked her with all his heart, and they left his castle. The fairy turned to Sebastian and said, thank you for helping me. You are the brave prince I have met. Sebastian smiling, very proud, happy, had made a new friend. He had proven that he was a true hero from that day. He continued to help those in need. His fame as a hero spread throughout the kingdom. The people loved him even more and they admired him for his kindness and bravery. Years passed and Sebastian grew older. He ruled the kingdom with the wisdom and justice and his people. One day he met beautiful prince from the neighboring kingdom and they fell in love. They got married and got ceremony. The kingdom rejoiced. Sebastian and Prince lived happily ever after. Their love for each other never faded. They had many children who grew up to be strong, kind, wise, just like their father. And the fairy of Sebastian helped those years ago. She became a trust advisor to the Queen of Fairies, and she always remembered the brave prince who had helped her find way to back home. She often visited Sebastian and his family, and they would sit together and talk about their adventure. And so legend of Prince Sebastian live on, inspiring generation to come and reminding us